All right, well, this is it. It's had a few modifications over the last 12 months or so, but this is the result of about 4 or 5 years working with Tom WAGHORN in the UK. Basically, we had a prototype in the first place, which was made of different woods like burl, and it was a whole neck through. We had different pickups and more frets. And it was an amazing feeling instrument, but the sound wasn't quite right, or wasn't as I wanted. So we experimented and we eventually got to this one. So this has, well, we have DiMarzio pickups, which I like, but we have the flame maple top, we have bird's eye maple board, and on the back it's a mix. So we've got bird's eye maple, Vengay and Padauk, I think that's how you say it, but there's different ways. And this is what we called a half through. So it's not all the way through, just to about here. And that's because I wanted to get a bit more of the body wood. I actually can't remember what this one is. You have to ask Tom, but I think it's, might be alder, but, or I can't remember. Anyway, it's a good one. And then I've got the normal jack and a 13-pin pickup. So these are the switches for the 13-pin pickup. I've got my pickup selector here, so it's like very easily accessible. This cutaway allows me to get right up top here. This is volume tone, and this is the synth pickup, which is, like I say, the 13-pin. And then the other thing that's very important is has some lights. No, it's not important at all. That's just a bit of fun. But yeah, like this is the access point right up to here. So I often get restricted by guitars that have the horn like that, and I sort of bang into it. It's a bit uncomfortable. So this was a big part of it. And then the last few things is the drop top means it's very comfortable, and when the guitar is sort of straight like this, I find it can dig in, you know what I mean? So it's nice to be able to do that. And then the final thing I said that was really important is that I wanted the trem really flat, you know, so you can see the profile of the trem is pretty flat, and that's so that you know, with a Floyd Rose it's often so big and bulky, and for my technique I need to be able to put my hand here and not, you know, bang the tremolo. So that was important to me. That's about it really. Stainless steel frets as well, you know. And it's really, really comfortable and a good, solid action. And the final thing is, because I play in fourths, I have this extra fret here, which is also quite interesting because so it works as a fret, and basically I can get an E chord now, whereas if that wasn't there, my E chord would not really be a full chord, and you don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing more videos about that on my channel later on, explaining all the tuning, but that's basically the guitar. Yeah, well, the way I've used it is, you know, the last tour I've just been doing, I used it with a big pedal board. It was something called an ES8, a Boss ES8, with you know, about 8 different pedals. So modulation, reverb, delays. I had a few kind of boost pedals and, you know, a couple of distortion pedals, just so that I could have variation. But the main part of the sound was through the head. So that also meant that I can switch. So I don't know if you can get a close-up of the amp behind me, but I'm going to show you how I was switching it. So right now you'll see the 2 green lights on. That's the clean sound, right? Then I can add the boost, you see? Or the rhythm channel. Or I can add the boost to that channel. Or I've got the lead channel. Or I can add the boost as well to that. So that is the sort of main base of the sound that I've just used on the Stephen Wilson tour, which was great, and the amps, you know, were very reliable and they worked really well. So it was a combination of using the pedal to control the amp. Yeah, a little bit. You know, like a lot of people, are quite sort of traditional, you know what I mean? So I think when you get used to doing something, you do tend to follow that, you know. But yeah, you know, I have used it with a DI as well, and you know, it does work really well. It's a very clean way to get a signal out. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. I always put a little bit on there anyway, so I don't like the amp to be completely dry, so even though I put reverb from the pedal as well, I usually like to have 2 or 3, but so this is, so you can see there's a little, so if I take it off, then it's completely dry, which is fine, but you know, I just feel like it just makes it a bit softer. And then if I add that as well. Do you hear in the background the difference? This is with that. So. Great. Yeah, it works. Yeah, it works.